Welcome back. It's your girl, typhusmasinamela. If you didn't know me, now you know me. So you can subscribe. And to my all loyal and returning subscribers, welcome back. Let's make it Larata. Fancy one. I love you guys. I love you. So guys, today I did my hair. So it's my first time doing my hair with color. I always do my hair brown, dark, or black. So today I'm going to be telling us not a story, but it's about varsity, right? It's actually about life after high school, right? So actually I want to make people realize that you don't need to go to university, you don't need to rewrite, you don't need to go back to high school if it's not needed. And then going back to high school, sometimes it's not beneficial. To other people it is beneficial, but to me it was never beneficial, right? I can't stop playing with my hair. Should I just leave it like this now? Yeah, so right, let me start. So I did my matric in 2017, right? 2018 I got my results. When I got my results, I didn't get a B. And then if you didn't get a B, you can hardly go in, you can hardly get a space in university, right? Okay, cool. So fine, my mom advised me that I should go back to school. So I didn't want to go back to school. So my mom really wanted me to go back to school just because she was disappointed that I can't be doing the course that she wanted me to do and that I wanted to do as well. So I wanted to do social work immediately after high school. So my result couldn't allow me to go into varsity. So it meant that I couldn't get space in varsity. So I couldn't do the social work course that I wanted, right? Okay. So we went back to my high school, and my mom asked to, my mom set an appointment with my principal. She wanted to negotiate with my principal and ask my principal to allow me back to the school, right? So you know what my principal said? My principal was like, check my result. My principal was like, you know what? This child is not stupid, and the result that she got is the result that she got after working hard, right? So possibilities that her results might drop because of she will be with kids, she will be having pressure from other students, and then students will be teasing her just because she's old and whatsoever. She will have a low self-esteem, so it will result in her results as well. So fine, my principal was like, why doesn't she go to college? She seems to be a better person. Like I seem to be a better person. Like I seem to be a better understanding person when I do things practical, right? So my mom felt like college is for college was not good for me according to her, right? And then I didn't have a plan B. I had a plan B. My plan B was like, either I do teaching or psychology. And by then I didn't know that Rosebank College has teaching. I can start doing my higher certificate course and then go to my degree and do teaching, right? I didn't know about that. So the higher certificate course in Rosebank it's a higher certificate. Like with that certificate, you can teach at the daycares, at the kindergartens. So it's a certificate. It's usable. You can use it. It's not a useless certificate, right? After doing that certificate, you can do your degree, right, in Rosebank College. But that year I didn't know about this. I didn't have knowledge. I think lack of knowledge. Fine. 2018 I took a gap year, right? I got a job, and then girl was not studying every day. According to me, I was like, I'm going to be studying every day. Come December, I'm going to rewrite and pass with extensions, right? So not going back to school, it made me lazy. I got a job and I started enjoying my money, working. I couldn't study every day. So I started studying in September. I quit my job in August, and then I served my notice. September, I was done. I was no longer working. I started studying. Mind you, the whole year nobody was teaching me. The whole year, no, I was not opening my book. I would open it, but it's not like when you're in class. When you're in class, even if you don't study, you heard the teacher while as he was busy teaching or while as she was busy teaching, right? Fine, cool. I stayed. September, I went to the Department of Education. They gave me my timetable that when am I going to write, and then they allocated the school for me. Where am I going to write? Right, fine, sharp. I studied, and then exams started. I was writing with the matrics. I wrote the same days that they were writing. Fine. January, when results came out, mine also came out. When they came out, I actually didn't improve. I only improved by 2%, 3%. It was not enough. I actually wanted to move, like, get 50 plus. Like, I wanted, let's take, if I got 40, I wanted to get plus 50 and get 90%. I was expecting distinctions, but I was not working hard. I can't blame myself, right? Cool. My mom was disappointed that I didn't pass as good as she expected. I did. Right. High school is difficult, guys. Okay, fine. That's when and you won't believe, guys. Immediately after getting my my results at the Department of Education, when I was going out, this other lady from St. College, she had this flyers to show. Oh, do they call it a brochure? A flyer or something like that. Yeah, she had that, and then she gave me. You know, for the first time in my life, I read those papers. I met 3 people on my way home. I was catching a taxi. On my way home, I was taking those papers, and when I was in the taxi, I read those things. So I started thinking, maybe social work, it was not for me. Why not do business management? Nah, I didn't want anything to do with accounting. I would have done financial management or anything. So I was checking out on courses. So as I was sitting, I actually realized I love cooking. I actually want to go to a culinary school. Nah? So I told my mom, I want to go to a culinary school. Whatsoever. My mom was like, culinary school? Eh? KFC, Harahiri, so fine. She really discouraged me when it came to for me to go to culinary school, right? But I understand her view, because I was not choosing anything from those brochures, and then I was like, I want to do business management. I want to do this, but I didn't want to stay home again. I didn't want to stay at home again. I wanted to do something with my life, right? Fine. My mom was like, let's go and check out Varsity College, right? It's a private institution. And then we went there. When we went there, the lady asked me, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I get to choose? Yeah. Is it normal? I thought you were going to tell me that according to my results, these are the things that I can do. Okay, fine. When I checked the courses, as I said, I wanted social work, right? So when I checked the courses, psychology and social work, 6-9, almost the same, right? So I chose psychology. And then the lady was like, okay, you can do psychology, but you first have to do your bridging course, right? So I was like, isn't that easy to do psychology? So without me getting a bachelor, I can do a degree without getting a bachelor, right? So cool. What happened is that I had to do a bridging course, a higher certificate in events management. While I was doing events management, it made me it drove me to the culinary thing again. I wanted to do culinary again because events management, it made me realize a lot. It made me, I think that course was meant for me. I think my life was meant to be this way in order for me to realize that you can even make money in events, right? Cool. Fine. After doing my events, I graduated, I got my certificate, but I'm not yet using it. I'm planning on using it in the later stage, right? And then I started my first year in psychology. So this is how I did it. I'm just giving people advice, especially Matric 2020, for people who think that since they are not accepted in a university, it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, my lovey. It's not the end of the love, my boo boo. It's not the end of the world, she boom boom boom. It's not the end of the world. It's not. It's just the beginning of the world. It's up to you. You don't have to take this route that I took. If you're from more privileged family, you can start your own business. You don't have to go to school. Education is not the only key to success, right? Yes. So what I'm trying to emphasize is that since you were not accepted in varsity, you can try going to a college. You can even try and go to a private institution. You'll get your degree just like everybody else. And then you are more privileged than the people that are in a university. So don't kill yourself. Don't get more demotivated. I wouldn't advise you to go and rewrite, but if you think you want to rewrite, I think you should go back to school. Don't try and do it the way I did it, because you'd never pass. Imagine doing a whole Afrikaans book alone, whereas in class the teacher was reading it in English, in Afrikaans, then translate it in English for you. How can you do it alone by yourself at home? So guys, I'm going to insert clips, voice notes of students that are in varsity and students that are in a college, so that you can hear that there is life after matric. Even if you don't go to university, there's still life after not going to varsity. You can go to college, you can start your own business, you can do anything you want. And mind you, don't have one choice, don't have one option. Try and have plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. I know when they say every time you have a plan A, B, C, plan C will work, because you know that you have another plan. Do you understand? Sometimes you just have to have more options. Open up your mind. Don't stick to one course just because you loved it from grade 8. You can always start another one. So guys, I'm going to insert another clip. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And then until next
Hello,
time, guys.
my name is
If you want more
Mpho
varsity
and
content,
I'm from Bloom,
you'll get more varsity content. Until next
born
time.
and bred.
Bye.
So I'm just gonna give you guys a little story about myself and my journey through tertiary institution. But I'm currently now doing my practicals. I studied financial management. Started in 2018, but may I please not mention the name of the institution? I went straight to college right after high school, and whew, it was a tough one. It was really a tough one. The thought of standing in lines, I thought everything was easy online. You go and register, pay the amount, and then the classes, you get a cafeteria. Um, there's just breaks in between your classes. It turned out it's like high school 2.0, but 10 times worse than that. So, but it was nice. Um, but my journey was quite different. I had so many expectations, and all of those expectations turned out to be the opposite of what I expected. I was expecting to meet different races on campus, but I didn't. 100%, let me rather just say 100% were black people, us black students. And I got to learn from that day that having to speak English was not really something that was interesting. You know, you'd find different kinds of people, you know, coming from different walks of life. And I had to learn that my English don't matter. Um, Whether I come from a Model C school, it don't matter, you know. So one of the advantages and the disadvantages about college is that, can I just start with advantages? The advantages of being in college is that you come across incredible people. You learn to associate, and it's more of a networking station for you, and you get to meet and a lot of good people, and opportunities may come your way. But and another advantage is that you get incredible lectures. um you Okay, that's about it for now. And the disadvantages of being in college is that you need to grow a backbone. Don't think just because you did not qualify to go to varsity, college is just an easy place where you can just pass. No, you don't just pass. Yes, you may pass with a certain percentage and qualify for your exams, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee you that you might go to the next level. People do fail in college. That's one thing that people should know, that people do fail in college. And so it's very mandatory for one to study all the time. I used to get homeworks because I studied finance, so I used to get homeworks. My lectures gave me a lot of homeworks. I really never got time to myself. So it was just studying after study, homework, class tests, assignments, you know, but they were not formal. But yes, we do have assignments and exams. We have three tasks that we have to do. So we have our assignments, formal tests, and our mini exam. Meaning our mini exam um weighs up 50%. It weighs 50% for one to qualify for the final exam. So it's very difficult in colleges. Okay, I do not know about universities that much, but in college, from my experience, it's very, very difficult. So it requires one to actually be prepared. So one thing I can tell you is that, as much, don't ever undermine college institutions, because now one thing about them is that they might give you theory. 50% is theory and 50% is practical. So as we speak, I am doing my practicals. I completed my N6 2019, and now I'm undergoing my practical and hoping this year I get to, get my qualification right after I'm done with my practicals. So that's one thing about college, is that you get 1 year, 6 months theoretical education. So you get to study and everything. After that, you get to do your practicals. So it's like a 3 year course that you do in tertiary, in universities. So university, you get to do your diploma 3 years and maybe get about 2 or 3 or 6 weeks to do your practicals, but you get a whole 18 months work experiential training to do. And after that, you get qualified to do to get your diploma. So the nice thing about college is that when you do your practicals, you get exposed to more opportunities and more work experience than you get in in universities. I'm sorry, but I'm not undermining how universities work. But this is me talking from experience. Like I said, I am doing my practicals, and for me, I'm being exposed to a lot of opportunities. I'm being exposed to a lot of um, work experience. So what you've learned theoretically can also count to what you're doing practically. So that's one of the, I'm sorry, but let me rather fix myself. That's one of the advantages of being in a college institution. But the disadvantage is that don't ever think everything is easy. It's easy flowing in college. Not everything is really easy. There are some people, yes. Another thing that people don't know is that a college can also reject you. Just because you were rejected by a university doesn't necessarily mean you'd qualify to be in college. College also can also reject you. Can also reject your application if you don't meet their requirements. So they do have the requirements. For my course, the requirements is 50% mathematics, 50% accounting for you to qualify for the course. So, and another thing I would tell you guys is that if you decide to go to college, don't just choose a course for the sake of studying. Know that if you're choosing maybe business management, office management, you know what you want to reap or grasp out of this course. You understand? Even if it's a bridging course, you can never know where your job opportunity lies. You understand? There are so many good things about coming from college is that you when you maybe you finish your N5, there'll be a company looking for somebody that has level N5 in maybe office management for a job despite work experience. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. I think that's all that I can give for now. Thank you very much.
Anger get some engineering, so global for the engineering part. I don't know about the rest or yeah, whenever I one. So, engineering, there are two streams, if I may say, or on a NCV, on a limited. So, NCV side, it's like you are upgrader. So, you are finishing your grade 12, or one, because in a level 1 to level 4. And then if you fetch a in a level 1 to level 4, or one. And then the native side in a N1 to N6. This advantage here, native they got like you work much earlier than ka NCV on a plus pane on a N2, unlike ka NCV kada one. Yeah, so and then after it's a lady disadvantage tsa is a native core. You're given a book of only 10 weeks or complete on that book. And then on the NCV side, emonate because like abale pressurize ka mmereko mongata, so like let's the semester, so like yo everything no etsa le chilled though le etsa le chilled, so ke advantage ya NCV or like they don't rush you and so on and so on. And then it's the subjects you not familiar from high school boma elo English or one. So nated in a disadvantage are like yo both America buyer in a short period of time in 10 weeks. And during this 10 weeks soon only test 1 test 2 turns to qualify 40%. And then test 1 by convert into 30%, test 2 by convert into 70%, and then turns out to combine and do 40% one, or in order to qualify for the exam. Yeah, I think that's all. And yeah, but like nated of it's a N6 or ya Varsity one, but it can take us now information right now. But apparently, we're always a diploma or lo it's like sa opola, but like advantage ya nngwe gape kore after o kgone continue o ye varsity wa bona. Yeah, so yeah, ga ke tsebe ke gore mara ke tsone dilo tse fela.
Hi. Yeah. What I can tell you about, Unisa is that Unisa, it's simple. It's simple, man. It just basically means that at Unisa you're alone. You know what I mean? And then you're alone. The advantages is that for me, the advantage is I can still, make money on the side, while I'm studying for the course that I'm doing. And yeah, that's the only advantage. And having to be at home and not having to be like, oh, I have to like wake up and go to class until like late in the afternoon. And yeah, that's basically my advantage is, getting to, do other stuff. I'm a YouTuber, I work, I'm dealing with business and stuff. So yeah, that Unisa has an advantage of that. And the disadvantage is the fact that obviously you have to learn on your own and you have to be on schedule, you have to go on time. And yeah, disadvantage is like having to be on time, lack of data. But then they send you data when you write. They only started last year with- due to the COVID because we wrote online and that's one of the advantages writing online now. You know, you know what I mean. And then how do you guys do things? Like, tell me what do you have semester? Well, I'm studying accounting sciences, and obviously we have 10 modules and 5 per semester. You know, you know what I mean. And yeah, I do I do auditing tax, um, management accounting, management management financial accounting. I did math, you know. I did um what's this, MNU management. What is the MNU? Gosh, I feel like a fool right now. it's been long it's been long since I've touched my books because work. Yeah. And yeah, MNU, which is I'm trying to find business management. Yeah, I did business management. I did what's this D guy. I did auditing. Yeah, I think I've mentioned all. And yeah, you just basically divide per semester. You have two semesters in a year. And yeah, yeah, this is basically it. And Unisa works in a way that yeah, you have to be on time. Obviously, you have to do everything independently. And one of the advantages is it's teaching you how to be independent in terms of your studies. And the advantage is that we basically can get a job like anytime soon because when we actually study on our own, so it takes a lot for someone to do that. And obviously companies are more drawn to people like us who study via Unisa because we basically study on our own, like I'm saying. So yeah, that's one of the advantages we get, employment really quick, I think, and I believe so. Yeah.
So hi guys, hi everyone, hi to Shoni subscribers. My name is Vukosi and I am here to brief you guys about life after matric, or basically life in
the university or a college. So I could like to start by saying I finished my matric in 2016 and had to come to Gauteng in 2017 to come pursue my dreams. But unfortunately, I could not be admitted in the university because my maths, the marks that I obtained in maths were poor. But that was not the end of the world. I decided to opt for a college, came to Pretoria to get a college, and then registered for my second choice in career, which was civil engineering. So, because I had no general knowledge or any background on engineering, I had to apply for the engineering course, and I had to do it for 6 months, which is called a semester. So I had to apply for 3 months while I was doing my entry because I had no general knowledge. I still had to sit down with the lectures, and then they had to give me enough time, or I had to get enough time before sitting for an exam because I had no general knowledge. So moving on, past my N3, then did my N4. That is when I decided to register for my N4 and did it for 3 months, which is called a trimester. So in between those 3 months before I write my final exam, we are given two tests in between and also an assignment which is there to help us boost our marks or year marks before we write our final exam. And on those marks we have to reach a certain target or a certain mark in order to qualify to write for your final exam. So just not to make things long, I just want to say to any person who is about to come to the university or is about to come and register for the tertiary year, that if something does not work out, you can definitely try something new. You do not have to focus mainly on your first choice. You can opt for your second choice like I did. The first choice did not happen because my maths was bad. Hence, I opted for my second choice, which was civil engineering. I am currently doing my practicals in civil engineering. I am training for being a qualified civil engineer. And yeah, that is basically what I had for you guys. And good luck to all of you who are about to pursue in chasing your dreams. Mwah.